Hello, this is Victor and here with a new wiki painting, and this time I'm going to share a technique, using the contrast paints to use this pelt like the one you see here in the picture in 5-10 minutes. I will do it live in the video and you can judge. Okay, so of course later on you have to wait at this device. So let's start. The paints we are going to use for this tutorial or for this paint job, we are going to use Agarose Dunes, we are going to use Snakebite Leather, Zygor Brown and Black Templar. As you can see, all contrast paints, and with that we are going to paint the pelt. So we start playing first Agarose Dunes. Okay, let's say I'm trying to, in some techniques I'm trying to play and find tips to use these paints, and there are in some moments that they can be quite interesting. So we are going to apply this. We want to go quite fast because I want to do the next layer before this one's dries. Okay, so we are going to do like that. We are going to apply here. I try not to go on the skin because I want to do the skin later on. Okay. But the thing I will not care, there is a chaos symbol here somewhere on top of the pelt. I will not care. Okay, so we are going to pick up this chaos symbol later on. But here we try to be careful, and as you can see, I try to also here we have the metal part. You can be a little bit careful if you want, but it's not important if you go over this in this stage. Okay. So what is more important is to be a little bit fast. You can see that I went a little bit on the skin. What I recommend, if you want to do then contrast paints and you went over to the next space, like here we can do as well here, because we can put the shade, the pelt. Okay, but if you do a mistake and you go on the skin, first, before doing the skin, if you want to use contrast, you need to apply against the primer with brush. Okay, this is why it's important to have as well the primer that you use in the spray. You have it in on a pot to be able to apply with a brush. Okay, I will do. I think next week I will do a chat about. In 2 weeks, a chat about contrast paints. What I have learned, what I like, and what are the drawbacks of the contrast paint. I think it's going to be interesting. So you can see I did the pelt quite fast, and now I will jump to the Zygor Brown. Okay, it's a darker brown. I don't need this contrast paint anymore, so I can close it, and I will use now Zygor Brown. Okay, this is the dark brown one. Is very. You can also use, in that case, I will eliminate a little bit of the paint that is here, that is dripping here. Okay. And now, before it's drying, I'm going to apply Zygor Brown on the middle. Okay, you can do like a small triangle, something like that. You can put a little bit more on the top if you want. It's up to you. So what I recommend is to do something like that. I like to go on the back, that if this was the back of an animal, so you can go up to the bottom. Okay, something like that. Okay, and we can put a little bit more around the neck if you want. Okay, it's up to you where you want to put the darker part of the pelt and how dark you want to go, and what is the dark side balance that you light that you want to balance. Okay, let me take this paint out of here. Now I will use Snakebite Leather. And the Snakebite Leather is a tone that is between the two that we have applied, so we are going to apply this in between. Okay, leaving just, you can see how the colors are melting or fusing one with the other, and how nice this transition is softening at this point. Okay, I like to leave the most extreme part with the very light pelt, but here we can do like that, okay? So this gives a very nice touch. And because it's a contrast paint, we already have the shading of the hair. So really here, I think in these situations is where the contrast excels. Okay, and finally, this way we need also the Black Templar. Okay, with the Black Templar, we are going to do something we are going to darken the very middle of this. Okay, you don't want to go too heavy with the Black Templar, so I don't want to apply too much. And here I use one of the problems that have that can have the contrast paint, that is they melt one with the other, right? One layer with the other. So in that case, it's helping me to have a nice contrast. Okay, you can see a nice, a nice transition. And we are ready. And once this dries, it will be like that. Okay? You can see very fast. How long was this video? It was about 6 minutes. You can see, and I was talking a lot. So 5 minutes, you have a pelt like that done. This is a small pelt. You can imagine that you can do the same on a wolf or any other animal. And I think this is a very nice looking one. If you go for tabletop, this is more than enough. If you go for contest, I don't think this is maybe good enough, but I will say for tabletop, even for display, this is very good as well. Okay, so here really the contrast paints excel because we have all this engraved that helps a lot to do the shading. Okay, so you can do shading, wet blending, and base coat at once. So I hope you have liked this tutorial. Please let me know really what do you think about this. Let me know if you find this one useful. I really like a lot this technique. I just experimented today and I wanted to share it with you. So as usual, I want to thank you for watching this video and see you again later. Bye.